Do you believe in evolution?
I don't know.
Do you believe in evolution? Okay, so help me understand where you think we came from.
Well, God created us.
Okay, and you do believe in science in some instances?
I do believe in observable science, like empirical science. Evolution is largely based on science that's not observable. It's theoretical. And so you're...
Hold on, though. So do you believe that there is a scientific explanation for your religious belief about where life came from? Or is that more of a faith thing?
It's definitely a faith thing.
Okay.
Yeah, although it wouldn't disagree.
You accept that other people believe differently.
Of course, yeah. Right. Yeah, accept it. I know that they do.
That starts to be where, like, I'm black and white, and you're like, well, I don't know, I believe in science over here, but...
No, I believe in science. I believe in science, okay, because we're talking about empirical science versus non. Okay.
You don't think there's any evidence for evolution?
No, not empirically. Not empirical science. So observable, like, repeatable.
Has a dinosaur bone.
That's that's evidence that a dinosaur lived. That's what that is.
Sure, but like, walk it out. Like, how about a Cro-Magnon man or a you know, the chimpanzees and all this?
That's all. But like, again,
have you studied that?
Yeah, and so
so
that
where
none of that.
Science fall off?
Well,
where does it become faith?
Science is empirical. It's based on observable. This is what they teach you in high school, like basic when you start science classes.
A lot about science.
So scientific method is empirical, observable, like you see it. So chemistry, you do the experiment in the lab, you can witness it.
Okay.
You can't do that with evolution. There's no witnesses, and so there's nothing that can be repeated. So that's theoretical. It's all theory, and so because it's theory, it's not science. It's a theory.
So you think every species that's on planet Earth today they all just like arrived at the same time, or
you've got some that you can
think that there's any sort of progression of one species to another?
Not one to another, but you can see progression within a species and genetic changes within a species, microevolution, not macroevolution. So you don't see one species changing into another one. We don't have evidence for that. Right. But we can see, like what Darwin did with those birds. I don't remember the name of the birds, but finches. Yeah, the finches. Those things are observable. Microevolution changes within a specific kind, but not one changing to another.
Right, doesn't become like sure, I mean, there are different species when they can no longer procreate together, but they do oftentimes have a similar origin. Like, if a finch looks like this with a green beak and this one has a red beak,
yeah, but those are just
one that genetically shows a tree and a split.
Within finches, but not from finch to a dinosaur to a finch.
Sure, but but we as humans had none of that? No.
I don't know.
So we're this special. Do you believe that we're animals?
No, we're made in the image of God. We're human.
Animals aren't.
No.
Okay.
They're not human.
That's why we're here today, just for the value of human.
Sure, I get that they're not human.
Right.
But it's real rich to think that you have all this taxonomy of how the animal kingdom exists, and we're not a part of it.
The taxonomy shows what you see with actual genetic taxonomy and everything like that is they're all after each kind. And what does the Bible say? It says God created them after their own kind. That's exactly what the scriptures say. You got finches, you got dogs. I don't know.
Do you think dogs and wolves ever? Do you think it was just God was like, here's a dog, here's a wolf?
I think there you've got a canine family, right? And so there would be some variation within that kind, like we're saying, but not from it. Here's an example of what they say. They say that the dolphins evolved from wolves. No, I don't go there. So, that's the difference, I think, between what I'm
but
looking
you get
at.
Where there's you're black and white on one thing and then you're seemingly a little gray. Well, the gray is, I believe humans aren't animals. That's black and white for you, but I find that real rich.
Okay.